My child, I am here. It is I, your God, and I have come to speak with you in the quiet of this night. Do not be startled, for my presence is not one of judgment, but of a love so immense it could no longer be contained. I have chosen this specific moment, this stillness, to reach you. Heaven itself has urged me to come to you now, for your heart has been crying out, and I could not let another moment pass without answering. You almost scrolled by, you nearly let this moment slip away into the noise of your evening. But my spirit reached for you, a gentle but insistent pull, guiding you here because the words I have for you are the very rescue your soul has been aching for. Everything inside of you that feels exhausted, unseen, forgotten, are on the brink of shattering. I am here to lift it. I am here to speak life back into those weary places, to breathe hope into the hollows of your heart. I ask you for your undivided attention. Do not let the distractions of the world pull you away now. This is not a random occurrence. It is not a coincidence that you are reading this. This is a divine interruption, a moment where heaven has paused its celestial rhythm to meet with you. There is a holy silence here as I speak these words to you. The angels have gathered around, not as mere spectators, but as witnesses to the profound work that is about to happen within your heart as you receive what I have to say. The very atmosphere between heaven and earth is charged with a love that has been patiently waiting to pour out upon you. The same voice that spoke the stars into existence now whispers your name with tenderness and familiarity. I know you. I have always known you. Before this day even began, before the sun rose and the night settled in, I saw you. I saw the weight you carry on your shoulders, the anxious thoughts that race through your mind when the world finally grows quiet. I saw how you have struggled to keep moving forward, even when your strength was fading and your hope was running thin. And so I have come to you, not with anger for your stumbles or disappointment for your doubts, but with the pressing urgency of a love that cannot and will not rest until you fully comprehend how seen, how known, and how cherished you are. Listen with your spirit, my child, for there are things I must tell you before this night is over. There are truths that cannot wait for the morning light. Time is moving swiftly, and the clock of heaven is ticking towards moments of destiny that you cannot yet see. I am speaking now because I do not want you to continue drifting. I am speaking because I have plans for your life that the enemy has been desperately trying to delay and derail. He has whispered his insidious lies into the vulnerable corners of your mind, telling you that you are too late, that you are too lost, that my face has turned away from you. But hear me now, my beloved. Those are lies woven from the fabric of darkness. I am still here. I never left your side. In this very moment, I am closer to you than the air that fills your lungs. My heart beats for you, not against you. I need you to receive these words with the full weight of heaven's urgency. This message is not merely a collection of words. It carries life itself. Every syllable I speak tonight has a divine purpose. Every sentence has been inscribed with your name upon it. Do not click away. Do not turn your eyes aside in doubt. What I am about to reveal to you has the power to change the entire direction of your heart and your life. I have watched you wander through seasons of confusion, searching for answers in places the world cannot provide. I have heard your whispered pleas in the quiet of the night, asking, God, do you still see me? Do you even care anymore? And tonight my answer echoes from the heavens directly to your soul. Yes, my beloved child, I see you. I care more than you can possibly imagine, and I have come to help you find your way back to me. Heaven itself is moving for you in this moment. Angels have been dispatched to guard the very space where you are right now. My spirit is enveloping you, a warm and protective presence, even as you read these words. Can you feel it? That gentle stirring within your chest, that quiet, insistent pull on your heart, That is me. It is not your imagination. It is not a coincidence. It is the sound of eternity calling out to you. I am near. I am leaning in close. Every breath you take right now is saturated with my presence. I have come because I could no longer remain silent while you carried so much all by yourself. This is an emergency message, not to frighten you, but because the cry of your soul has been louder than any words you have spoken. You have reached breaking points, moments where you have been on the verge of giving up, days where you have pretended you were fine when, in reality, you were falling apart. I have seen it all. I have seen you hold yourself together when no one else noticed how fragile you felt inside. I have watched you face storms of fear and doubt that you told no one about. And through every single one of those moments, my mercy has been the invisible force holding you together. I have been speaking softly to you for a long time, but the relentless noise of life has drowned out my voice. Tonight, I am raising 𝐆𝐿𝐃 in anger, but in a love that refuses to be ignored or silenced any longer. Do you understand why heaven considers this an emergency? It is because you matter that much. It is because your heart, your destiny, and your peace are far too valuable to be lost to the shadows of despair and doubt. You have been standing at a crossroads, paralyzed by uncertainty, unsure of which path to take. You have wondered if there is still any hope for you, if there is still time for your dreams, if I still have a plan for your life. Hear me now and let this truth anchor your soul. Yes, there is hope. Yes, there is time. And yes, I absolutely have a plan for you, a beautiful and magnificent plan that the darkness has tried to bury, but which it can never, ever destroy. The heavens are still. The angels are waiting for your response, not with judgment, but with joyful anticipation. They have seen the divine blueprint I have written over your life, and they rejoice because this very moment marks the beginning of its unveiling. My spirit has hovered over you through countless long and silent nights. I have walked beside you on every path where you thought you were walking alone. I have whispered comfort into your pain and infused strength into your weakness. And tonight, I speak plainly and directly to your heart. You are loved beyond all measure. You are not forgotten. You are not too far gone. I have not come to remind you of your failures, but to remind you of your glorious purpose. I have not come to weigh you down with the guilt of your past, but to lift you up with the lightness of my grace. You are mine. You have always been mine. Nothing you have ever done, nothing you have ever faced, and nothing you have ever lost has changed that fundamental truth. You belong to me. You are the one I left the 99 to find. You are the one for whom I crossed every distance, bridging the gap between heaven and earth just to reach you. That is why I am here with you now, because I heard the silent cry that you did not even have the words to speak. This night was chosen. It is holy. Every distraction that tried to keep you from this message was a desperate attempt by the enemy to silence what heaven decreed you must hear. But he has failed. You are here. You are listening, and that means something profound is about to change. I am standing at the door of your heart, knocking not with force, but with a gentle yet urgent persistence. Open to me, my child. Do not shut me out again. Do not let fear or shame convince you that you are unworthy of this sacred moment. You are precisely the one I came for, so stay with me. Read these words until the very end. Let every truth sink deep into the soil of your spirit. This is not just a message. It is a divine rescue, a profound healing, a complete renewal. The same power that raised me from the grave is moving through these words right now, ready and able to awaken your heart once more. You are standing on sacred ground, my beloved. Heaven is bending close as you listen, and I promise you this. If you will stay with me until the end, you will not leave this moment the same way you came. For every word I speak carries life, and every breath of my spirit tonight carries a love meant only for you. Whisper this from your heart if you are ready. I belong to you alone, Jesus. Give him your future and watch as he transforms it. My beloved child, this message truly could not wait. Heaven has been anticipating this exact moment since before your days began. Long before you opened your eyes this morning, I had already written this divine encounter into the grand story of your life. This night was not an accident, not a coincidence, not a random interruption in your daily routine. No, it was all ordained in heaven before you were even born. Every breath you have taken today has been leading you to this precise moment. You may have thought it was just another ordinary night, but I tell you, nothing about this night is ordinary. The very air around you is carrying the weight of eternity. The silence you feel is sacred, and I, your God, am right here with you. I am speaking to you now because your heart has reached a place, a critical juncture that could not wait another day. There are words I have been longing to speak to you, truths you have desperately needed to hear, and assignments I must awaken within you before time moves any further. My spirit has been whispering to you for days, for weeks, even for months. But the constant noise of the world around you, the endless clamor for your attention, has drowned out my voice. Tonight, I have come to speak clearly without the static of distraction, so that nothing I say will be missed or misunderstood. Heaven could not rest until you knew this undeniable truth. You are chosen, and I have not forgotten you. This message is not born of fear, but of deliverance. I have come not to frighten you, but to save you from the subtle forces that have been trying to steal your peace. I have seen the intense battles that wage within your thoughts, the heaviness that has tried to anchor your soul to the ground, and the quiet, internal storms that no one else knows about. You have put on a smile when your spirit was utterly exhausted. You have carried responsibilities that no one else understood the weight of. You have walked through days where even the simple act of breathing felt like an immense effort. But I am here to tell you that you were never meant to live crushed beneath that weight. I have come to lift it from you. I have come to draw you back into the liberating freedom that is your inheritance. This urgency you feel in your spirit is not a warning of impending disaster. It is the powerful pull of divine love moving decisively in your favor. When I look at you, I see so much more than what you see when you look in the mirror. I see the original design, the child of purpose whom I created with meticulous care and infinite intention. I see the vast potential I placed within you before you ever entered this world. I see the divine calling on your life that has not yet been fully awakened. The enemy has tried to bury that calling beneath layers of discouragement, disappointment, and doubt, but he cannot erase what I have written into the very fabric of your being. He has tried to drown your hope in the noise of everyday life, but my voice still rises above it all, calling your name. Heaven has arranged this night because it is time for something deep within you to awaken once more. There are dreams that have been dormant for too long. There are promises you have nearly forgotten. There are prayers you stopped praying because you started to believe the answers would never come. I have not ignored a single one of those prayers, my child. I have stored each one of them. They have been rising before my throne like fragrant incense, and tonight I am beginning to move upon them. The period of waiting you have endured has not been in vain. It has been a season of preparation, forging in you the character and strength needed for what is about to unfold. You may be asking me, Lord, why now? Why this specific moment? It is because this is the exact moment your heart is finally ready to receive what it could not have borne before. The pain, the questions, the delays, all of it has softened the soil of your heart, making you ready to hear me on a deeper level, not just with your ears, but with your entire spirit. You are not the same person you were a year ago or even a month ago. The things that once distracted you are losing their power over you. The things that once satisfied you no longer fill the emptiness inside. That subtle ache you have been feeling, that longing you could not quite explain, it was me lovingly creating space within you for something far greater. I have orchestrated every single detail to bring you here to this moment of divine conversation. Every detour you took, every disappointment you faced, every door that closed in your path was not a punishment. It was my divine direction. You saw it as loss, but I saw it as my protection. You saw it as a delay, but I saw it as a necessary alignment. You thought you were walking in circles, lost and confused, but I was leading you through a crucial process of preparation. And now, that preparation is complete enough for me to speak plainly to you. This is your divine call. You have been chosen for so much more than mere survival. You were not created just to exist, to repeat the same days in a state of quiet exhaustion. You were created to carry my presence, to reveal my heart to a broken world, and to walk in the undeniable authority of one who knows who they belong to. There is a fire within you that I am reigniting tonight. It may have dimmed under the pressures and disappointments of life, but it never, ever went out. My spirit has been faithfully guarding that flame, waiting for this perfect time to breathe on it again. And that time is now. My child, please do not mistake my urgency for anger. I am not angry with you. I am desperate for you. I am desperate for you to know how deeply and completely you are loved. I am desperate for you to understand how fiercely heaven fights for you, how much of your destiny is still waiting to unfold before you. You have felt forgotten because people in your life have overlooked you. But I have never, for a single second, taken my eyes off you. You have felt unworthy because of mistakes you have made and missteps you have taken. But I have never changed my mind about you. The calling I placed upon your life is still alive, untouched by your failures and unspoiled by the passage of time. This is why this message could not wait another day. There are things I must restore in you now before they fade any further. There are promises hanging in the air, waiting for your simple yes. There are people whose lives will be profoundly touched by your obedience. There are divine moments waiting for you just ahead that depend on this very encounter. If I had waited any longer, the enemy would have built even more walls of doubt and fear around your heart. But I refuse to allow him to corner you into confusion or delay. I have broken through all the noise of your world to meet with you right here, right now. Heaven rejoices when just one heart turns fully back toward me. And tonight, the heavens are watching as you listen to my words. The angels are still because this is a sacred and holy moment. They know what I know, that what happens in your heart tonight will echo throughout all of eternity. You are being called not just to believe again, but to truly live again, to hope again, to trust again. You are being called out of your weariness and into your purpose, out of confusion and into clarity, out of fear and into my strength. This divine call is my hand, reaching out for yours. You do not need to have all the answers. You do not need to understand every step of the journey. You only need to take the next one, the one that leads you toward me. When I called the fishermen, they left their nets behind without knowing the full journey that lay ahead. When I called the prophets, they trembled in their humanity, but still they obeyed. When I called you, I knew exactly what you were capable of, even when you did not. You may be thinking, but I am too broken, too late, too tired. But I tell you now, you are in the exact position where I can use you most powerfully. Your brokenness is not your disqualification. It is the very doorway through which my power can be made perfect in you. The reason I have come with such urgency is because the time for hiding is over. The time for questioning your worth is finished. The time for standing still is done. You have stood in the shadows of others for long enough. I am calling you now to step into the light of your God-given purpose. I am calling you to rise up in a strength you did not even know you possessed. The same spirit that raised me from the dead is alive and active in you right now. You are not powerless, my child. You are filled with the very breath of heaven. Do not be afraid of what lies ahead. The path I have prepared for you is filled with my grace for every single step you take. You do not have to run ahead of me. You only need to walk with me. I will teach you as you go. I will guide you when you stumble. I will lift you up when you fall. I do not expect perfection from you. I offer you my presence. Stay near me. Listen for my voice in the quiet moments. Follow the path of my peace, for it will lead you where mere words cannot. You have been asking me for signs, for some kind of confirmation that I still have plans for you. My child, this message is your sign. This very moment is your confirmation. Heaven itself is bending low to tell you, you are still called, you are still chosen, you are still mine. The delay you have endured was not a denial from me. It was divine timing. I have been aligning pieces you could not see, protecting promises you did not even know were at risk. And now, the moment has finally come for you to step forward in faith. When I speak of urgency, it is not to fill you with anxiety, but to fill you with a renewed focus. I am not rushing you. I am readying you. I am removing distractions from your path, shaking loose the chains of old thought patterns that have bound your mind, and awakening your heart to hear me clearly once again. Every part of this night was planned with divine precision. Even the thoughts that led you to this very message were guided by my hand. Heaven arranged this. And all of creation holds its breath as you decide how you will respond. So hear me clearly. I have come not to frighten you, but to save you from the subtle anxieties and fears that seek to destroy your peace. The battle that has raged around you and within you finally ends when you surrender fully to me. You have tried for so long to fight in your own strength, but now I am asking you to rest in mine. Lay down the weapons of worry and the need for control. Take up the armor of faith and the shield of trust. I will defend you far better than you could ever defend yourself. My beloved, you are standing on holy ground. These words were not written for everyone, they were written specifically for you. Your name is engraved in every word. The call that echoes from my heart to yours tonight is simple but profoundly powerful. Come closer. Do not run from this presence. Do not let fear cause you to retreat into old habits. You have waited long enough, and I am here. I have come for you. And if you will open your heart to me fully, the chains of yesterday will break, and the dawn of your new beginning will rise before this night ends. You were chosen for this encounter. You were chosen for this season. You were chosen for the glory that will flow from your complete surrender. So lift your eyes, my child. Lift your heart. The heavens are open over you, and I, your God, have called you by name. This is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your glorious return to purpose. Stay with me, for every word that follows carries the very breath of new life. My beloved child, heaven has sounded a spiritual alarm for your soul. This sound is not one that mortal ears can hear, but your spirit feels it, even in this moment. It is a holy stirring, a trembling deep within your being that you cannot quite explain. It is heaven calling you to awaken. It is the voice of eternity crying out over you, saying, "Rise, my child, before the night steals any more of your peace." You have been drifting, not out of rebellion, but out of sheer weariness. You have been slipping into a state of numbness, moving through your days as if you were in a fog. And heaven will not remain silent any longer. I could not let you continue on this path without a divine intervention, because I love you too deeply to watch your heart slowly fade into a state of quiet despair. There is a danger that grows not in loud, defiant rebellion, but in slow, subtle compromise. It begins almost imperceptibly, like a whisper on the wind. Small choices that seem harmless, distractions that seem ordinary, and soon your spirit begins to fall asleep. You stop feeling my presence as clearly as you once did, and you start to believe that this is normal. But it is not normal. It is the slow dimming of your spiritual flame, and heaven sees it. I have watched as your prayers grew shorter, as your hope became a little quieter, as your hunger for me was gradually replaced by things that can never truly satisfy. You have been surrounded by so much noise, voices, screens, endless thoughts, and in that cacophony, my gentle whisper has been drowned out. That is why I have come to you tonight, not to scold you, but to sound the alarm, to call your soul back from the edge of spiritual sleep. You are not lost, my beloved, but you are drifting, and a drift, if left unchecked, always leads away from the light. I have seen it in the way your heart has grown tired of waiting, in the way your faith has wavered when answers seem delayed. I have seen you begin to doubt whether your prayers still matter, whether your worship still reaches my throne. You have looked at the world around you and thought that perhaps compromise would make life easier. But every small step away from me leaves your heart more exposed to the shadows. The enemy has used subtlety, not brute force, to dull your spiritual discernment. He does not always attack with overt destruction. Sometimes he comes dressed in the guise of distraction, offering a comfort that only numbs instead of heals, a peace that quickly fades instead of stays. You have started to accept less than my best because you have forgotten how much I have promised you. Tonight, I am here to remind you, you are not meant for a life in the hopeless. You are meant to burn brightly for me. This heavenly alarm is not a sound of judgment. It is a call of rescue. Angels have been positioned all around you, surrounding you even now, waiting for your agreement to move on your behalf. They are not distant beings in some far-off place. They are here, stationed at the borders of your life, shielding you from dangers you cannot see. So many times, the traps that were set against you were destroyed before they could ever reach you. So many attacks were deflected in silence because your name was spoken in the courts of heaven. But even the angels must wait for your awakening, for your cooperation, for your yes. They cannot move with their full authority until you respond to this call. You are not powerless. Your obedience activates heaven's defense. Do you feel how the very atmosphere has changed around you as you read this? It is not your imagination. Heaven is pressing in close. The stillness you feel right now is holy. It is the sacred pause just before a divine move. Heaven's alarm has not come to frighten you, but to awaken you before greater harm can reach your heart. I have watched the creeping coldness that has tried to settle inside you. There was a time when you burned with a passionate love for my presence. You felt me everywhere, in the rising sun, in the quiet moments of prayer, in every song of worship. But life has bruised you. Disappointment has whispered lies into your ear. And now, you move with caution, afraid to hope as boldly as you once did. You tell yourself that you are fine, but your spirit knows that something essential is missing. That awareness you feel right now is my spirit, knocking on the door of your heart once again, calling you back into the warmth of real communion with me. The danger is not that you have fallen far away. It is that you have stopped noticing the distance. That is why I could not wait another night to speak to you. Heaven will not stand by idly while your spiritual light fades. You have assignments that cannot be fulfilled while your heart is only half awake. There are people who are waiting for the light that I have placed within you, and if you stay dimmed, they will remain in darkness for longer than they need to. The enemy knows this, which is why he attacks your focus so relentlessly. He knows that if he can tire you out, distract you, or make you comfortable in mediocrity, He can delay the destinies that are connected to you. But I am overturning his plans tonight. This message is heaven's divine intervention. You must shake yourself from the numbness that has wrapped itself around your spirit. You must awaken to the sound of my voice once again. I am not asking you for perfect faith. I am only asking for willing ears. Let my words cut through all the noise and reach you in the place where no one else can go. There is more for you, my child. So much more joy, more peace, more purpose. But you cannot walk into it while you are half asleep. The time for spiritual slumber has ended. You have lingered for long enough in the middle ground, neath cold but not burning hot either. You are called to blaze, to shine, to stand as one who knows the living God. The angels standing near you hear my words even now. They wait with joyful anticipation, their hands ready to move at my command. Some of them have stood guard over you for years, shielding you from harm when you did not even know that danger was near. Every accident you avoided, every night of despair you somehow made it through, every burden you miraculously survived. Those were all moments of divine intervention. Yet, this time is different. This is not just about protection. It is about awakening. They are waiting for you to rise, to lift your heart to me again, to step back into the light of obedience and intimacy. For when you awaken, they move. When you speak my name with faith, they act. When you align your life with my word, they surround you with their strength. The urgency of heaven is not about punishment. It is about preservation. You have reached a critical turning point, and what you do now will shape what comes next. I am not here to condemn you, but to protect you. There is a danger when the soul drifts for too long in silence, for that silence allows the enemy's lies to grow louder. You have been listening to voices that sound like reason but carry the poison of doubt. You have entertained thoughts that whisper, "It's too late," or "It doesn't matter anymore." Those lies have wrapped around you like invisible chains, and tonight I have come to break them. My voice is stronger than every whisper of darkness. One word from me carries more power than every lie of the enemy combined. And I am speaking that word over you right now. Awake, awake, my beloved. Awake to the truth that you are deeply loved. Awake to the truth that you are not forgotten. Awake to the reality that I am still working in your life, even when you cannot see it. Awake to the fact that you carry a divine purpose that hell cannot erase. Awake to the power that still lives inside of you, the Holy Spirit who has never left you. You have let the weight of the world make you heavy, but I am lifting that weight from you now. Heaven's alarm is shaking everything that needs to be shaken, not to destroy you, but to free you. I know how weary you have been. I know you are tired of the battles, tired of hoping, tired of trying to be strong on your own. You think that heaven has forgotten your name, but every sigh from your heart has reached my throne. Every time you thought you were completely alone, angels stood beside you. Every time you whispered, "God, are you there?" I answered you in ways you did not yet recognize. My presence has never left your side. You have simply stopped looking for it. Now, I am calling you to lift your eyes again. There is light breaking through the darkness even now, though you may not yet see its full glow. Do not fear the shaking you feel inside. It is the sound of chains beginning to loosen. Do not resist the stirring in your spirit. It is the first sign of revival within you. My spirit is awakening things that have been buried for a long time. Dreams you thought were dead, hopes you thought were lost, prayers you thought were forgotten. They are all beginning to stir again. Heaven's alarm is not just a warning, it is also a promise. It means that new life is coming, but you must respond. You cannot remain passive and expect the tide to change. I am offering you my hand tonight, but you must reach out and take it. I am offering you my strength, but you must let go of the crutches that have kept you comfortable in your weakness. I am offering you a new and lasting peace, but you must release the distractions that keep your mind anxious. Heaven can protect you, but only you can choose to awaken. This is your moment, my child. Do not let it pass you by. Do not shrug off this stirring as mere emotion. It is not emotion. It is a divine encounter. It is heaven reaching down for you. The same love that died for you on the cross is now speaking your name. The same voice that called Lazarus from the grave is now calling you out of your spiritual slumber. The same power that parted the seas is now parting the fog that has surrounded your heart. I tell you again, with the full weight of heaven's authority, this message is heaven's intervention. If you could see what the enemy had planned against you, you would fall to your knees in overwhelming gratitude for this moment. If you could see what the angels have prevented, you would understand why I have come with such urgency. You have been preserved for a purpose, protected for a destiny, and sustained for something far greater than you can imagine. So rise, my beloved, shake off the sleep, step out of the fog, let my light flood every corner of your being. Heaven is sounding its alarm not to frighten you, but to awaken you into abundant life once again. You have not missed your chance. You have not gone too far. You have only paused, and now it is time to move forward again with me. Let this night mark the turning point. Let this word be the beginning of your great awakening. Heaven is watching. The angels are ready. And I am calling. Respond, my child. Respond, for I have come to save you from what seeks to destroy your peace and to lead you into the life you were always meant to live. My beloved child, I am calling you to return. You have wandered far, not in body, but in heart. You have drifted from the intimate closeness we once shared, those quiet moments when you could sense my nearness in every breath you took. You have not abandoned me completely. You still whisper prayers, you still think of me, you still believe. But your heart has grown distant. The overwhelming noise of life has become louder than my voice. And I have watched with a sorrowful heart as the world's distractions have pulled you further and further away from the deep peace you once knew in me. Yet even now I am not angry. I do not call you back to me in wrath, but in overwhelming mercy. My arms are still wide open. My heart is still tender toward you, and my love for you has not changed one bit. You may think that you are too far gone, that the path back to me is too long or too difficult. But I tell you, the distance between us can be crossed in a single, simple step. All I ask is that you turn your heart toward me again. I am not waiting for you to be perfect. I am waiting for you to be honest. I am not seeking a flawless performance from you. I am seeking your presence. You have run down so many different paths searching for peace, but every single one of them has left you weary and unfulfilled. Every promise the world has made to you has ended in emptiness. You have chased after things that shine brightly for a moment, but then fade away all too soon. You have poured yourself out for the approval of others, for a sense of security, for understanding, only to find yourself more tired and depleted than before. My beloved, come home to me, for I am the only true rest your soul will ever find. I know how hard it has been. I have watched you try to carry burdens that are far too heavy for one heart to bear. I have seen you fight battles that you never should have had to fight alone. I have seen how you have tried to keep going, smiling through the pain, pretending to be strong while your heart was aching for relief. You have built walls around your heart to protect yourself from being hurt again. But those same walls have also kept me out. You thought you were keeping the pain away, but you were keeping my peace away too. I am standing outside those walls right now, knocking softly. I will not force my way in. I am waiting for your invitation, for your surrender, for your simple whisper of, Lord, I need you again. Do not be afraid to come back to me. I know what you have done. I know where you have been. I know the thoughts that have crossed your mind. I know the choices you have made that left you feeling ashamed and the mistakes you wish you could erase. And yet, I am not shocked by any of it. I am not disgusted. I am not distant, and I am not done with you. I have already paid the price for every sin, every failure, and every broken promise. My blood was more than enough. When I died for you, I saw everything you would ever do, and I still said that you were worth it. You do not need to clean yourself up before you come home to me. It is in the act of coming home that you will be made clean. My mercy has not expired. My forgiveness has no limit. My grace is still flowing for you tonight, just as strong and as powerful as it was on the day you first believed. Do you remember when your heart used to burn with a passionate love for me? When you would talk to me about everything, not out of a sense of duty, but because you couldn't imagine going through your day without me. You used to sense my presence in the small things, the beauty of a sunrise, a gentle breeze, the quiet moments just before you fell asleep. You trusted me then, not because your life was easy, but because you knew that I was close to you. I want that closeness with you again. I want your laughter and your tears, your questions and your worship, your silence and your song. I want all of you, not a perfect version of you, not a version that looks holy in the eyes of others, but you, exactly as you are right now. The world has tried to convince you that I am a harsh and demanding God, that returning to me means giving up your freedom or your joy. But those are lies born from fear. The only freedom that truly satisfies is the kind that exists in my presence. Every other kind of freedom eventually fades, leaving behind only chains that are disguised as choices. You have tasted the world's version of joy. It excites you for a moment, but then it leaves you feeling emptier than before. The joy that I give remains. It does not depend on your circumstances, on the approval of others, or on your possessions. It flows from deep within you, from knowing that you are loved by me without any conditions. Whisper from your soul, "You are worthy of my every breath, Father," if you feel your spirit rising in praise. Share these words with someone who needs to hear this message of hope. This is your moment to return, to be renewed, and to rediscover the incredible love that has been waiting for you all along.